Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful world. It's me, Lainey. This is probably the fourth time I've recorded this because I haven't been able to figure out why my mic isn't working. And I had it turned off on my laptop and the actual headset. So, it's been a time. But today, we are drawing the wonderful, fabulous BISMA. I didn't know. Did I say I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday? Anyway, it's Sunday. It's OC Sunday, and that means I'm drawing one of my original characters, BISMA Terra. She's a princess. That's what she is. I saw somebody recently do a thing where they drew a bunch of different ages for one of their characters. They just did child, like a baby, and then like a child, and then like an adult. But I thought I would do some more, so I did like every 5 years: baby, 5, 10, 15, and 20, because the character's currently about 20 years old in the story, and I'm gonna kind of go through like what's going on in each of the different stages. I thought it might be fun just to talk about her, just because I feel like I haven't rambled enough about my original characters lately, and I need to. So BISMA Terra, she's a princess. She is one of 8 children. She is a twin. Her twin brother's name is Mason, and they both have a very similar problem where they do not show much expression on their face. When they got to about 6 or 7, something happened. Like, nothing actually happened when they were that age, but they just sort of slowly stopped showing expression on their face. Like, I don't know, their muscles just sort of hardened. But as you can see, you might not be able to see right now, but in the end, when I show through them all, you'll see that when she's 5, she's super happy, smiley. It doesn't last for much longer. So when she's a baby, she's a baby. She sort of just lives her life. And she's 5. She's super bubbly, happy dappity. And at one point, she gets her hair cut really short. People think that she's a boy. And she gets invited to go and play with all the boys and go enjoy all those activities. And she finds out that she really enjoys more physical activities. She's a very athletic person, and she really does enjoy those things. And she learnt that then. But when she was about 8, she was kidnapped. What happened was, her parents were trying to force her to be more girly, so they sent her to go and play with her cousin, who's the most girly girl that they know. And her cousin, super nice, but they look kind of similar, despite them forcing BISMA to grow out her hair again. So her hair's pretty short at that point, but it's still longer than it was. It was cut really short, she was basically bald. That's how short her hair was when she was 7. But she was playing with her cousin, and they mistook BISMA for her cousin. And when the people didn't respond to the ransom, because obviously their daughter wasn't taken and they couldn't figure out what had happened, and they didn't know that they'd kidnapped a princess. Basically, BISMA was, well, she was just sort of left there. Her family was looking for her, obviously, everywhere. They were looking for her everywhere, but they just couldn't find her anywhere. And it just never came across that the person who was trying to kidnap the cousin kidnapped BISMA instead. But because BISMA, they didn't respond, they thought BISMA was just some random servant, and they wasted all their time. So they treated her quite poorly for about a year before BISMA managed to get found. They sort of just dumped her after. They were just thought that she was going to die, basically, because they treated her very, very poorly. I don't want to get too into the details because I like ruining my characters' lives a lot. So they kind of just left her to die, and she was found in the woods. And after treatment and everything, she just wasn't really the same. She was already not really showing much emotion, but at this point she was really not emotional at all. And it was kind of difficult. Her brother sort of, or twin brother Mason, just sort of shut down a lot as well, because they were obviously super close because they're twins. They kind of did everything together. Um, Bisma also started getting treated differently by all the people that like she thought were all of her friends, because they all found out that obviously she was a girl, and there's rules and stuff, and it's all gross and sexist, and I don't know why I set it up the way that I did. I don't know, plot, I guess, but it makes me annoyed. So they kind of stopped hanging around with her. There's a rule that all the boys in the family, all the princes, they have to participate to be on this royal guard almost sort of situation. So that's what happened to Mason when he was probably 10, when Bisma was super emotional here. When he was about 10, he was sent to go do that, and Bisma really wanted to get involved. Sometimes Mason would go hang out with her while she was still in recovery, and would like teach her some moves, or like just try to lift her spirits. They have a very sweet relationship. When Bisma was also 10, she met Fire for the first time, which is her love interest and has been her love interest pretty much since then. She basically fell in love immediately, but because she's so awkward, she wasn't able to really say anything or express anything, and rude motorbike. She wasn't able to, she still really isn't able to do anything. It's frustrating for me more than it is anyone else, because no one else really gets invested, but you know, she just has trouble expressing her feelings. But with his help and her brother's help, she was able to heal a little bit, but not fully. What really started like helping her was, even though she wasn't supposed to do this, she would leave the castle late at night. Especially, it started when she was about 13. She would leave and go out and do things that she wasn't supposed to do. And she met 3 other girls who had been through the exact same thing. One of them was in the exact same area that she was, and she saw. And they have a really close connection because they were treated pretty much exactly the same. So that's always, it's, I like to think it's like super, almost oh my goodness, phone. Hospital upgrades. Sorry, my random game. I'm so distracted. But so they've got a super close connection. There's also 2 other girls who were from more like well-off families. They weren't treated as poorly, but they were still there for a while, and they weren't treated the best. So they all like bonded, and with those 3 helps, Bisma really started getting a lot better. And those 3 girls are still her best friends, and they're the weirdest like like group ever. So there's Bisma here, who like through all of her like training and everything, she became one of the strongest people. They always said that she would be able to join the Royal Guard if she was able to beat the strongest person who was currently there, and she did. So she was able to join, the first woman to ever join, because that's Bisma, you know. Her friends also as well, they're gorgeous, fabulous people. Even though they are all really random, they all live together in a house that also doubles as a recording studio, because Alice and Cameron love making music, and so with their talents, they write a lot of songs, but neither of them have really the singing ability, so that's where Bisma comes in. They basically force Bisma to sing. Bisma just says that she will do that because they're really good friends, but she refuses to perform or have her name on anything, so their band is like pretty popular, but nobody knows like anything about her. No one knows that Bisma's this singer. Like even some of her sisters and stuff are obsessed, and they're like, I just need to know who it is. And Bisma's just sort of sitting there like, uh-huh, yeah. But nobody knows that Bisma even sings. She's a very secretive person. She keeps those 2 areas very separate. She likes to keep her life very separate from each other, but she's getting a lot better. She's on a healing process. I think we all are. Even though she's not a real person, I do feel very connected to her because I ruined her life so much, and I'm trying to fix it. I could change her story if I really wanted to, but at the same time, I'm not sure that I really really do, because I feel like it's more interesting if maybe something terrible happened. I know it sounds really upsetting and all that, but she's in a good place. Life always gets better, you know? Like, even for fake people, it gets better. Um, I sense love in her future because I will force it to happen because that's what I do. Um, but anyway, I just love her so much. She's the best, the bestest, bestest, bestest. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Um, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to do YouTube things like subscribe, you know what they are. Links will be in the description down below for all of your description needs. I'm gonna stop saying but I'm just so tired and I gotta get this video up because I don't have to, but I just love talking about my original characters. Anyway, I hope you're all having a fantastic Sunday wherever you are in the world, and if it's on Sunday when you're watching this, I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you all when I post my next video. Let me know if you wanna like seriously comment down below. Do you like this video? Did you learn something about these characters? Do you care at all? If you have any questions, if they're character related, art related, anything at all, you can always comment down below, or you can message me on Discord, you can message me on Instagram, and I'll answer them because, you know, I will babble on forever. So, with that being said, here's a little montage of BISMA from baby, age 5, 10, 15, and 20. A lot of things happen in her life, even if she is fictional. She is strong, she is powerful, she is a lot of just amazing things. I like to use the word stoic. Uh, Maybe that's not the most appropriate word. I hope you enjoy all the light effects that I've been using, and ta-ta!